Jorge Nava's journey is one of the most dramatic transformations ever seen in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. Once known for explosive arguments, lavish promises, and legal trouble, Jorge's life today looks radically different from the chaotic reality TV persona viewers remember. After serving time in prison, he emerged not only physically transformed but mentally reborn, and his post-prison life tells a story of second chances, hard lessons, and unexpected happiness. From reality TV fame to a life-changing downfall, Jorge first rose to fame on 90-Day Fiancé Season 4 alongside his then-fiancé Anfisa Arkachenko. Their relationship quickly became one of the most talked about in franchise history. Viewers watched as money issues, trust problems, and emotional outbursts pushed the couple to their limits. What initially looked like a fairy tale K-1 visa romance soon unraveled into chaos, heartbreak, and constant conflict. Off-camera, Jorge's life spiraled even further. Legal troubles caught up with him, leading to a felony conviction that resulted in a prison sentence. The fall from reality TV fame to incarceration was swift and humbling, and for many fans, it seemed like the end of his story. But for Jorge, it was only the beginning of something entirely new. Prison, the unexpected turning point. While prison is often portrayed as a place of despair, Jorge has described it as the moment that forced him to confront himself honestly for the first time. Stripped of distractions, social media, and outside validation, he was left alone with his thoughts and the consequences of his past decisions. One of the most shocking changes came physically. Jorge entered prison weighing over 300 pounds and left dramatically slimmer, having lost more than 100 pounds. Through discipline, routine, and sheer determination, he reshaped his body, but more importantly, his mindset. Instead of blaming others or dwelling on regret, Jorge focused on self-development. He spent time reading, reflecting, and learning how to take responsibility for his actions. He has since said that prison taught him patience, consistency, and humility, lessons he never fully grasped during his reality TV days. A new outlook on life. When Jorge walked free, fans barely recognized him. The confident smile, lean physique, and calm demeanor stood in stark contrast to the insecure man viewers once saw on television. But the biggest change wasn't physical, it was emotional. Gone was the need to impress people with money or grand promises. Jorge emerged with a desire for stability, honesty, and peace. He openly admitted past mistakes and expressed gratitude for the hard lessons that shaped him into someone stronger and more self-aware. Rather than chasing fame, he focused on building a life rooted in purpose. Love after lockup, a fresh start. One of the biggest surprises in Jorge's post-prison life was his new relationship. After his release, he connected with a woman outside the reality TV spotlight, and their bond grew quickly. Unlike his past romance, this relationship was far more private, grounded, and emotionally supportive. Before long, the couple welcomed a child together, a milestone that Jorge has described as the most meaningful achievement of his life. Becoming a father changed everything. Suddenly, his decisions were no longer just about himself. Fatherhood brought him a sense of responsibility and fulfillment he had never known before. Jorge embraced the role fully, often sharing how his child motivates him to stay healthy, focused, and present. Life as a father and partner. Today, Jorge's life revolves around family. He has openly spoken about the joy of waking up to his child, the challenges of balancing parenthood, and the gratitude he feels for a second chance at happiness. Though he jokes about gaining a little dad weight since leaving prison, he remains committed to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. More importantly, he prioritizes mental wellness and emotional stability, something he once overlooked. His relationship now is built on communication rather than control, partnership instead of power struggles. It's a stark contrast to the toxic dynamic fans witnessed years ago. Closing the chapter on Anfisa. For longtime fans, one lingering question remained: whatever happened between George and Anfisa? That chapter is firmly closed. Their marriage did not survive the fallout of legal trouble and incarceration. While the breakup was painful, George has acknowledged that the relationship was unhealthy for both of them. With time and distance, he came to understand that letting go was necessary for growth. Rather than harbor resentment, George views the past as a lesson, one that taught him what he does not want in a relationship. Both have moved on, choosing separate paths far removed from their turbulent reality TV days. Career and public life today. Unlike many former reality stars, George hasn't chased constant headlines or controversy. He remains active on social media, but is noticeably more selective about what he shares. His focus is no longer on drama, it's on progress. He occasionally reflects on personal growth, fitness, mindset, and life after incarceration. Fans who once criticized him have acknowledged his transformation, while others remain skeptical. Still, George doesn't seem interested in proving anything to anyone. His goal is simple: live honestly, provide for his family, and continue evolving. How fans see him now. Public opinion remains mixed, but undeniably fascinated. Some fans celebrate George as a redemption story, applauding his weight loss, maturity, and dedication to fatherhood. Others remember his past behavior and question whether the changes are permanent. Regardless of opinion, Jorge Nava remains one of the most memorable figures in 90-Day Fiancé history, not because of scandal alone, but because of how dramatically his life shifted afterward. The bigger picture, redemption and growth. George's story isn't just about reality TV fame or prison time. It's about what happens after the cameras stop rolling, when someone is forced to face the consequences of their actions and choose who they want to become. Today, Jorge Nava is no longer defined by arguments, arrests, or mistakes. He's defined by growth, fatherhood, and the quiet work of rebuilding a life from the ground up. And for many fans, that may be the most compelling chapter of his story yet.